So is it worth the upgrade from the Note 20 Ultra? By the way, wearing a matte screen protector, non-reflective, no fingerprints and no pen marks. I love this screen protector. That's by the way, but is it worth upgrading from that phone to this phone? Currently wearing the Samsung OEM, the original screen protector, which I got from Samsung, and I just did a review of that after 2 weeks of use. Link below. And is it worth the upgrade? So I'm not really going to do a photo comparison on this because there's many photos by people that really know photography inside out. But let me tell you the things I like, don't like in terms of the comparisons. This is the Snapdragon version. I've been very lucky. I'm in Thailand, and for the first time, the Note range, even though it's not the Note range, it kind of is, it's the S22 Ultra, did come with the Snapdragon. I got the 500GB memory. It was a great promotion. Again, I won't go into that because I know you know all about promotions. So here, what I like about this, and these are the pluses to make you think about upgrading. The screen brightness is, especially outside, I'm in a hot sunny country, there's an option here that makes it go like to 1800 nits, whatever a nit is, by the way. But in other words, it becomes as bright in outside as it is inside. It's fantastic. Obviously it's a battery drainer, but wow, what a difference it makes. It is really awesome. It makes it the brightest screen, I believe, for any mobile phone out there. And when you compare it to any other phone currently out there, from an iPhone to any other Samsung, excuse me, or any other brand, it is phenomenal, fantastic. That alone is a big plus. So the way I'm looking at this, compared to this phone, there's loads of little incremental updates, loads of them. And when you put them all together, it definitely could be worth the upgrade if you can get a great deal. But let me continue here. Some of the things I don't like, they've taken away the SD card. Even though this one's 500GB, you can in certain countries get 1 terabyte. However, they shouldn't have done that. This is supposed to be the be-all and end-all. Before, on this one, I could have got a 1 terabyte model and put a, 500 gig one and got a 1 terabyte card and put it in. In other words, one way or another, I could have got this up to 1.5 terabyte. Why you would need that much is beyond me, but it was possible. And it was the Note, which was the bees all, everything's thrown at this phone. So remember that. They should have kept it in. Oh, I can live with that because I got 500 gig now. One of the other things I don't like, and there's been many reviews, you wouldn't really notice it, is the speakers. Now, if you just listen to this and you never had the Note 20 Ultra, you would not notice any difference. However, it's not as rich, not as bassy as this phone. The difference, though, is very minimal. It's not a deal breaker, but I wanted to mention that. The processor, depending on what country you are, this one is a real big one. It looks like the Exynos is getting pretty bad reviews. However, software updates may correct that, I don't know. But be aware of that. This is the Snapdragon, as I mentioned. Another big plus, and it's a lot of fun, is the camera zoom on this. Even though this one goes to 50, this goes to 100, but the difference all the way along is much better. I'll just show you right now, in between here, some videos. So as you can see, the zoom is fantastic fun on this one. I frankly didn't bother to do the same photographs on the Note 20 Ultra, but it's just not quite as good. But it's still a great phone. By the way, I'm not knocking this phone. This is a great, awesome phone. Battery life. This does come with a bigger battery, 5,000 milliamp, compared to, I think it's 4,003 or 4.5 on the Note 20 Ultra. But let's not talk tech, let's talk about real life. I've had this phone literally 2 weeks now. I am getting around 10 to 11 hour screen on time. Yes, I repeat that, 10 to 11 screen on time with no problems at all. I will do a video on how to do that without sacrificing too much. This is a full resolution. Some of the things I've done, I do prefer dark mode. It's not because of the extension of battery life. I just prefer it easier on the eye. I've done that. I've made everything dark mode by going to developer options. Again, I'll do a separate video on that. And I've also turned off the 5G. It's just not worth the sacrifice on battery. And with that, you should get at least 10 hours plus screen on time. That's after it's learned what you're doing. I can't say about the Exynos how good or bad that is. I haven't got that version. The other big plus about this phone, and I just want to emphasize the battery again, it makes an enormous difference. I do not have to worry about the battery when I'm outside. On this phone, as good as it was, this is the Exynos version, I could not get a full day. I always had to charge it towards the end of the day, pretty much. This is very snappy, but so is that. I mean, there's no real difference here. The S Pen, not much difference other than it's non-reflective, whatever. So the other big plus on this phone, you will get 4 years of updates of firmware plus another update of security, making a total of 5 years. I'm not sure how many more years we got left on the Note 20 Ultra, but that's really good. It's becoming, I think now this is even overtaking the Google Pixel for updates. Oh, the fingerprint on this works every time. I mean, there's no question about it. It works every time. Wet fingers, dry fingers is fantastic. Combined with the face recognition, it works instantly, no problem. Big plus. The brightness I mentioned, this does come with Wi-Fi 6E, so it's future-proof in that respect. I'm not sure what difference Wi-Fi 6E will make later on. Couple of the cutbacks that I didn't like that Samsung made on this phone. With this one, we got the charger, we got the memory slot. You don't get the charger anymore, and you don't get the memory slot. You didn't get the screen protector. So they've made a few cutbacks on here, and a couple other things that I missed generally was that little light notification that we had on the Note 8. By the way, this is being filmed on the Note 8, just to let you know that. And I will be doing a review of the S22 Ultra compared to the Note 8. And I'll also do a review, this will be a fun review by the way, is this phone. Remember this for those Samsung fans? This is the Samsung Note 4. I never had the 1 or 2 or 3 in fact. This is my first Samsung Note 4. I'm going to show you that in comparison to this. This would be an interesting fun review. Give me a bit of time to do that. Subscribe to the channel. A lot of work goes into these. I do the research. You don't have to. And I will show you some advanced features that you do not know. For instance, when you take out the S Pen, did you know by keeping your finger on that and in a quick tap, it now turns that into a pen or a pencil that you can use normally? I'm kidding, but it made you watch and made you smile, I hope. Stay safe. See you soon.